Okay, so we've been speaking about the superficial front line and the deep front line, and we've covered how we can use these to treat respiratory disorders. And another thing that we should know and recognize is that the Yang Ming connects to the Jue Yin, right? I'm not going to elaborate too much on this now, but recognizing the connection between the stomach, large intestine, and liver and pericardium is a really fundamental meridian systems connection to know about for treating many types of disorders. And that pattern, a Jue Yin Yang Ming pattern, is so common because liver qi stagnation is common, right? And that often affects the digestive system, and that can affect the lungs as well. So we're going to speak more about these meridian system patterns on the final day on Friday. But for now, I think it is important to keep that in the back of your mind as well as we discuss these lines and move through them. Also recognize that the Yang Ming connect to the Jue Yin, liver and pericardium, as well as the Tai Yin, the lung and the spleen. So we're going to start by speaking about the front functional line, which we haven't maybe discussed so much before. It's really interesting because we see this connection between the Yang Ming, the rectus abdominis, the superficial front line, the stomach points, and this blending of the pectoral muscles and the sternal fascial connections between these two, okay? So this is really demonstrating that Tai Yin Yang Ming connection that exists between the lungs and the stomach and the four horses, and the way that we can use the points on the stomach meridian to treat conditions of the chest, including both respiratory and cardiac conditions, okay? So remember all those stomach points, like the four flowers, stomach 36, stomach 40, those are often used for respiratory and circulatory heart conditions, all right? Now let's go ahead and take a look at the arm lines. So the superficial front arm line, we can see it includes the pec major and then the forearm flexors, and essentially a good part of the lung meridian, some of the primary points that we use there. So everything from lung 6, lung 7 is our traditional TCM points, but in the tongue system we have 33.13, the three scholars, which is 3 sun above the wrist crease, and then we have 33.14, 33.15. We have the 3 scholars within that region where the forearm flexors are located, okay? So understanding this connection between the superficial front line and the way that the front functional line relates to the superficial front arm line is a really important consideration. Now, I began by speaking about the Jue Yin. So right in here, right, we have the 3 yellows. You know the 3 yellows on the liver line, on the inner thigh, right? Above liver 8. So liver 8 is going to be about right here. And then as we come up, we get the 3 yellows. And these are part of that deep front line. So here we have the deep front line liver connection combining into the Yang Ming and the rectus abdominis and the abdomen. So Jue Yin, Yang Ming, and then Yang Ming, Tai Yin. Okay? So understanding these relationships is really crucial to understanding point combinations and the way that that is able to be grounded into anatomy.